Hello everybody, welcome. I'm No02. Thank you for watching this video. We have here the Tenderizer, everyone's favorite means of making steak. Ridden steak. I'll be going through all the legendary weapons, one video at a time. Here we have the legendary melee weapon. Its firepower, its range, its mobility. We don't really care about those things, those stats don't mean anything, except for the range. Says it's 2.5 meters. I'm not going to take the time to test whether or not it's a true 2.5 meters. The old melee weapons, they said 2 meters, but some of them were a little bit further than 2 meters. They ended up just changing the number instead of changing the weapon. Either way, the point is, it's a melee weapon, you got to get close to swing it. Now, its special ability, its perk, Mincemeat. Dismembers enemies upon impact and deals 90 damage in a large area of effect. Pretty cool. And then keep a note too that the main hammer, or the physical hit of the hammer, does a number as well, plus the AoE effect of 90. A couple of nuanced things about this before I start showing it off to you. If you hit a teammate, it does not explode. It does not explode. The big old AoE effect with the hammer. If you hit the ground, it also does not do the big old AoE explosion effect. You have to actually hit an enemy in order for the Tenderizer effect to take place and cause the AoE explosion. Another thing to note too, as far as I can tell, and what other people are saying as well, is that Bomb Squad does not increase the explosive damage of the AoE, right? So, sort of like, if we look at the text, right, this doesn't say explosive damage. It just says deals 90 damage. It says deals 90 damage. And I haven't tested it. I'm not super duper concerned about this 90 number too much and bulking it up. So I don't know if like Glass Cannon increases the 90 damage. If it did or doesn't, it really doesn't matter, I think, too much. Because for the most part, 90 damage AoE is a crap ton of damage. And trying to do a max AoE damage build, it's just not really going to make a big difference, I think. But as far as I can tell, this effect is possibly not taking advantage of certain cards that you might think that would. So like Bomb Squad being an example of it. Visually, right, narratively, this is an explosion, but the game says it's behind the scenes sort of thing. So, let's plant this bomb and see what we get. I would like to blow up a Tallboy, preferably. Ooh, we got it. We got it. Just so we can see some numbers just a little bit here. What's that number? 747. Keep in mind... Oh, that grenade! Oh my goodness. Who threw that grenade? Carly threw that grenade. Carly threw that grenade. I think we might have hit a weak spot there in that Tallboy. Keep in mind this weapon does benefit from the effects of whacking a weak spot. Ooh, we got the Hag. We're gonna beat up the Hag. Notice too that when I hit a target, I get blown backwards just a little bit. You get blown backwards just a little bit. So there's a sort of knockwards effect here, the game like stumbles you backwards just a little bit when you hit something with the hammer. And as far as I can tell, your teammates are not affected by the AoE of the hammer effect. So long as you're not hitting your teammates directly with the hammer itself, you don't need to worry about damaging yourself or your teammates with the 90 damage dismemberment ability that the hammer has. Beyond that, the hammer does a lot of big damage when you whack something. I think it does like, I forgot to look at the stats on the Hag when I was punching it. It does like somewhere between like 100 and 200 damage. Again, I'm not a big numbers person. For the most part, though, it's like, I like only the numbers in terms of like perspective or big picture, right? Like a generalization. If you have this melee weapon, it's going to heck up mutations. It's the most damaged melee weapon in the game, and you can swing it and blow things up keep in mind that the AoE effect will not trigger. Another thing I need to mention: the AoE effect, from what I can tell, will not trigger melee effects. So if you swing this and blow up 20 zombies, only the zombie that you actually hit with a hammer will trigger Battle Lust or Face Your Fears and things like that. That's important. That's an important thing I forgot to mention at the start. Otherwise, it's just a hammer, and you swing it and it goes boom. It's cool. It's fun. I'll go show it to you in the light, sort of, to see you get a better look at it here. The pipelines really leave us alone, and this is the best light in this cave here that we can sort of get. Got like a springy coil on it, and when you whack stuff, it reloads. The hammer. Very satisfying click sound. You can't swing the hammer again until it finishes the reload, but of course it's a melee weapon, so increasing your melee swing speed will make it swing faster. It'll animate faster. That's the Tenderizer. Let me know if you guys know anything else detailed or nuanced about this weapon that I don't know or didn't cover here. I would appreciate it. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the future.